Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the L'Oreal Glycolic Bright Daily UV Fluid. It is an anti-dark spots UV fluid. So it is a sunscreen essentially. That's why it's a daily UV fluid. So it's part of the L'Oreal Glycolic Bright range that was just recently launched. For as long as the product has not been launched more than 5 years ago, to me it is a recently launched product. So the product was launched around 2022, between 2022 to 2024 in different countries. In Kenya it was launched in 2024, and I've been seeing it in the market for quite a while, and I'm pretty excited to bring it to you guys for a review, because we really need to know how to spend money. Nowadays, money is not coming by easily, and definitely we want to spend it on the right products. So welcome to the L'Oreal Glycolic Bright Anti-Dark Spot Daily UV Fluid review. So I had my hands on it actually for quite some time. I like the pink that the L'Oreal Glycolic Bright range goes with. Very girly, very nice. So first of all, I can just say that this product, as you have seen, is part of the Glycolic Bright range. So it's packed with glycolic acid, and glycolic acid is an AHA, which essentially is an alpha hydroxy acid, which is a really good exfoliant for your skin. So essentially it's going to renew your skin and removing the dead cells and leaving fresh, radiant skin underneath. And it's also packed with niacinamide. Niacinamide is also going to support that process, and it also has the effect of being really good for oily skin. It's the kind of niacinamide is good for mattifying the skin, basically oil control in the skin. That is what niacinamide is really good for. And we know that sunscreens have the problem of essentially being too oily, making you greasy, and we are going to test that. Definitely we're going to test that. We also started this series, which is to review sunscreen. The sunscreen review series was also to test for the white cast in sunscreen. So essentially we're going to see if it leaves a white cast or this grayish film that normally happens on our faces as Africans and dark-skinned people. Purple cast, all those casts that are not supposed to be there. Is it lightweight? Is it going to make you sweat? Because there are sunscreens that actually are so heavy that you actually feel your skin not breathing. And then I'm also going to check if it's worth your pockets. Anyway, so first off, the price. I bought it off Jumia, and the price, I'll be honest with you guys, it was 2,650. So that's actually like double the price of, for example, the Nivea Sun that I recently did a review on. That's like almost triple the price of that product, and it's actually double the price of the Garnier Vitamin C sunscreen that I did, of which is it worth it? That is the main thing that we're going to look at, and I will see whether that is the thing. But in this case, we are just going to unbox it and review the parameters that we can, so that at least you can see what you're getting. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I mean, it's plastic, and I have no problem with a plastic sunscreen tube, because I want to squeeze every drop of my sunscreen. Every drop of that 2,650 shillings has to be squeezed out of that tube. So it looks like this. Very simple. It almost looks like the Clinique, the old Clinique. I don't know if they still use it, but you remember the Clinique foundation? It used to have such a similar tube. The Even Better foundation, but it's so pretty. I like the color. I like the pastel pink. So it clearly says that it is SPF 50 plus. So I don't know what that plus normally means. Does it mean that it could go up to SPF 60? I'm not sure. They're the ones to tell us. And then on the box it says that it reduces dark spots by -53%, and this was clinical studies that were done. That is the guarantee they are giving. And secondly, I just want to tell you guys that we are in an era where I'm seeing mukorogo. Kenyans know what mukorogo is, being sold on TikTok everywhere. Like everyone is advocating for mukorogo. People are using skin actives like vitamin C. I personally use a lot of skin actives. So vitamin C, people are using kojic acid, people are using hydroquinone products, people are using basically anything that has been labeled as skin. If you're using a product that has skincare in it, just use your sunscreen just to be on the safe side, and use it within 12 months of opening. That is as per the packaging. And most of these products nowadays, once they're open, they start oxidizing, they start losing their strength, and also use them within a year mostly, or 2 years of opening. So apart from vitamin C products, which you have to use within, most of them you have to use between 3 to 6 months of opening them, otherwise the efficacy just goes down the drain. So this is the L'Oreal Glycolic Bright Glycolic plus Niacinamide Anti-Dark Spot Daily UV Fluid. So I'm just going to shake it a little bit. I mean, it's not written that you should shake well before use, but I like shaking my products. And then we're just going to twist the cap. So it's a twist cap, and then it has a tubing like this, and then we're just going to do like 3 fingers. But first, before I do the test, we are going to so now that my hair is up, we're going to do the 3-finger roll. So I'm just going to do 3 fingers. If you don't know the 3-finger rule, this is the amount of sunscreen that you're supposed to apply on your face. Oh, it's already running down my fingers. So you can see it's very light. It's not the thick kind of cream. Oh, this is messy. What is it doing on my lip? And guys, as I said before, make sure that you've applied your serum and your moisturizer on your face before you apply any sunscreen. I mean, these sunscreens nowadays have vitamin C. Some of them have niacinamide, some of them have glycolic acid, some have a combination of active ingredients. But to be honest, sunscreens tend to be comedogenic, which means that they will clog your pores because they're supposed to sit on the skin and act as a barrier between the sun and your skin. It's very advisable that you apply other products underneath it. Don't assume just because it has niacinamide and glycolic acid that it's going to be skincare. This is not skincare. This is a sunscreen. It's just supposed to support your other skincare in, you know, preventing the dark spots and stuff. That's why it has glycolic acid and niacinamide. But don't apply it directly on your skin and assume that it is skincare. It is not skincare just because it's labeled as having active ingredients. My goodness, it's very runny, so make sure that you apply really fast. It has really run down my fingers. This is just a demonstration. I need to push this hair back. But as you can see, I've literally done the least, and it's just applying like moisturizer, you know. I've done the least. I've not even like spread it properly, and as you can see, it just started disappearing on the skin. Just ignore my filthy mirror. But guys, it feels so mattifying. I can actually feel that niacinamide. I know that sounds odd, but I can genuinely feel that niacinamide. I tend to feel like I know how mattifying products feel because I have really oily skin. So I genuinely can feel like my skin is getting mattified. I don't know how to explain it. So it is mattifying. So that is clearly the niacinamide at work. And as you can see, it's not leaving a greasy look at all. Yeah. Does it even look like I've applied any sunscreen? I've barely even, you know, made my hands move or anything. And it genuinely feels like I didn't even apply any sunscreen on it, on my face. I barely even made any motions on my skin, you know. Genuinely, believe so far, just from the application, this is completely worth that price. If you have that kind of money, 2,650 or 2,600, sometimes there's sale, sometimes there's whatever, but if you genuinely have that kind of money, this is a good product. This is something I would honestly repurchase. Yeah, depending on my pocket, this definitely I would repurchase, because I have barely even rubbed it into my skin and it basically disappeared, like it didn't exist. And it feels so lightweight. It just feels like I've applied an mattifying moisturizer. That's exactly how it feels. So I would say the L'Oreal Glycolic Bright anti-dark spot daily UV fluid is very good for dark skin, first of all, because it does not have the white cast. I can genuinely tell. I didn't even apply it up to my neck, but it's just disappeared. And for it to disappear, it did not take me, rubbing it in for so long. It just took like, had I even let it sit on my skin, it feels like it should have just disappeared by itself. That's how it felt. So I'll work after some time, but guys, I do not regret purchasing it. Yeah, so you can find it in supermarkets, beauty shops, online. It's basically in the market in Kenya. It is everywhere. It's highly accessible. And if you're going to be using a sunscreen, make sure you purchase one that is accessible to you. Otherwise, clearly, if it's something that you're going to be applying daily, almost for the rest of your life, definitely you want something that is easily accessible and affordable. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please put it in the comment section whether this video review helped you and what other product you want me to review for you guys, and if I can access it, I will definitely review for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.